Every new day is an opportunity to listen to God. In this space of encounter with the Word, we invite you to begin your day with an open heart. The reading of the day prepares us. The Gospel transforms us. The words of the popes guide us with pastoral wisdom. And the prayer of the day unites us to the heart of Christ. Take a moment, breathe, and let the Word illuminate your path. Welcome to your daily moment with God. Reading of the day. A reading from the book of Daniel. In those days, some men went to spy on Daniel and caught him praying to his God. They went to King Darius and said, "My lord, didn't you sign a decree for 30 days that no one pray to any god or man except you, under penalty of being thrown into the lion's den?" The king replied, "The decree stands as a law that cannot be revoked by the Medes and Persians." They said to him, "But Daniel, one of the exiles from Judah, has not obeyed the decree you signed, for he prays to his God 3 times a day." When the king heard this, he was greatly distressed and resolved to rescue Daniel. Until sunset, he sought a way to save him. But those men, realizing that the king wanted to save Daniel, urged him, saying, "My lord, you know that according to the law of the Medes and Persians, a royal decree is irrevocable." So the king ordered that Daniel be brought in and thrown into the lion's den. But he said to Daniel, "Your God, whom you serve faithfully, will rescue you." They brought a stone and placed it over the entrance to the den, and the king sealed it with his own seal and with the seals of his officials, so that no one could alter the sentence pronounced against Daniel. Then the king returned to his palace and spent the night without eating or sleeping. At dawn, he got up and hurried to the lion's den. When he was near the den, he called out in anguish to Daniel, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you faithfully serve, been able to rescue you from the lions?" Daniel answered, "May the king live forever. My God sent his angels to shut the lions' mouths, and they have not harmed me, for I am innocent before him, just as I am before you." The king was overjoyed and ordered Daniel to be lifted out of the den. When he was lifted out, he was found without a scratch, because he had trusted in his God. Then the king ordered that those who had accused Daniel be brought in and thrown into the lion's den, along with their wives and children. Before they even reached the bottom, the lions had seized them and torn them to pieces. Then King Darius wrote to all the peoples, nations, and languages of the earth, "Peace and prosperity. I hereby decree that throughout my kingdom, everyone must respect and fear the God of Daniel. He is the living God, who endures forever. His kingdom will not be destroyed. His dominion will last to the end. He rescues and delivers, performs wonders and signs in the heavens and on the earth. He rescued Daniel from the lions." Gospel of the Day. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. At that time, Jesus said to his disciples, "When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, you will know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, let those in the city get out, and let those in the country not return to the city. For these are days of wrath to fulfill all that is written. Woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing infants in those days. For great distress will come upon the land, and wrath from God will be upon this people. They will fall by the edge of the sword and be led captive into all nations, and Jerusalem will be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles until the times of which God has appointed are fulfilled. There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and terror at the roaring of the waves. People will faint from terror and anguish over what is coming on the world, for even the stars will be shaken. At that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with great power and glory. When these things begin to happen, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near." The words of the paupers. Jesus announces difficult times, but to remind us that history is in God's hands. The destruction of Jerusalem symbolizes what happens when our hearts turn away from Him, but it also shows that we can always take refuge in His love. The crises and upheavals of the world are not signs of abandonment, but moments when Christ draws near. His coming is not to punish, but to liberate us. That is why Jesus says, "Lift up your heads." The central message is, do not be afraid, God is near, even in the midst of difficulties. Prayer of the Day. Good and just is the Lord, Therefore he shows sinners the way. He guides the humble in what is right and teaches them his way. Lord our God, beloved Father who art in heaven, we thank you that we can be your children and that you guide us. We thank you that you guide us in times of affliction and never abandon us. Now, as in the past, you are with us, Lord our God, and you show us the way in every situation. Protect us in the present time, and grant us the strength to persevere with patience, especially when our lives are filled with much suffering and anguish. We thank you for your guidance and rejoice in your help in our time. Reveal your mighty hand, for soon, very soon, your right hand will change everything. Amen.